Hi, Christine. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's been great.
Awesome. So here we are. It's week 2. We're talking about breathing through the nose. And I'm curious, do you feel like this is going to be a challenging week for you, or how do you look at it?
I don't think it'll be a challenging week now, but in the summertime, I do have allergies. And so then it would be.
Got it. And so when you have allergies, do you feel like you have a blocked nose? Is that what happens? Got it. And do you usually take a medication or
Yes.
okay, got it. So I'm going to teach you a very quick exercise where you do not need to take medicine to unblock your nose. Okay. Why is this important? It's important because number one, you're doing it naturally. Number two, every time you take medicine to do it, believe it or not, your body expects that to be able to get over your blocked nose. So the more you're able to do it naturally, the more, and then of course continue with breathing through the nose, the better it will be. So the easiest way to do it is when you feel like you have a blocked nose, you want to take an inhalation and an exhalation. So you breathe in and you breathe out, and you hold your nose, pinch your nose, and you shake your head from side to side while you keep your mouth closed and you only, well, you don't breathe at all through the nose or through the mouth. You only pinch your nose, hold your nose, and you shake your head from side to side till you feel the urge to breathe. When you feel the urge to breathe, you want to take your fingers off your nose and only try to breathe through the nose. Now, the first couple of times you do it, you will feel like your nose is still quite stuffy, and so you will struggle to breathe through the nose, but you do not want to lose hope. You want to keep breathing through the nose till you get to a place where breathing through the nose feels a lot easier, okay? So the movement of back and forth happens after the exhalation. Hold your nose, pinch your nose, and you move back and forth till you feel like you cannot hold your breath any longer. Release your fingers and breathe through the nose 2 or 3 times. Once again, let go of the exhale, hold your nose, pinch your nose, and go back and forth again. Okay? So we're going to do it right now, okay? So you kind of understand how we're doing this. And we will do it a minimum of 5 to 6 times, and we can do it even upwards of 10 times when, in your case, you will actually feel like your nose is completely blocked, and so you will need to do it more number of times, okay? So let's do it. Let's begin. So inhale, exhale, hold your nose, pinch your nose, and rock from side to side. Keep going. Go all the way till you can't hold your breath any longer. You shouldn't be talking, or because I'm teaching, so that's why I'm talking, but you do not want to be breathing through your nose. You do not want to be doing any of that till you cannot hold it any longer, and breathe in through the nose, not through the mouth. Okay, again, breathe in and out. Again, and out again. And then hold your nose, pinch your nose again, and go from side to side. You can't hold any longer. There you go, good job. And then one more. And on your exhale, hold your nose, pinch your nose again. And then go from side to side on your exhale. On your exhale. So you exhaled, and then hold your nose, pinch your nose, go from side to side. Now remember, in the respirations between the rounds, I want you to try to take a lighter breath. You don't want to take too deep a breath, just a lighter breath and let go. And of course, the more your nose starts opening up, the lighter your breath can be. So you don't have to really try to pull it in. Well, initially, if your nose was blocked, then maybe you need to be a little stronger. But the more you feel your nose opening up, you can continue to go lighter and lighter, okay? So just after 3, do you notice any difference, even though your nose wasn't blocked at all?
Right.
Did
I
you
actually feel it feels more open, more light aired.
Excellent. So this is an exercise I actually tell people. Usually a lot of people come to me and they're like, oh, my nose isn't blocked, you know? And then they do this exercise and then they're like, whoa, I just realized my nose was blocked. I didn't even realize it. So I'm glad you experienced that. So no matter what situation you're in, if your nose feels blocked or not, This is what you want to do before you start your exercises. And every time you feel like your nose is blocking up, go ahead and do this naturally and then continue to breathe through the nose. Because the more you breathe through the nose, the more you remind the nose that you are my primary organ. I do want to use you to breathe, okay? So the more you do it, the better it gets, and you will actually find it easier to just continue to breathe through the nose. Now let me ask you a question.
Sure.
You made a comment about sleeping. So how do you know how you're sleeping? Do you breathe through your nose or through your mouth?
I don't know.
You don't know. And so it's kind of funny to bring this up, but it's also very true, is a very good way to do it is to actually tape your mouth when you go to sleep. Now, a lot of people can experience a lot of panic over this. They'll be like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. If I tape my mouth, what will happen? Well, that's a really interesting question, because what it shows me is that you aren't breathing through your nose, and that's why you're feeling a certain sense of panic when you're actually talking about taping your mouth. So a way to combat this panic is to tape your mouth while you're awake, okay? So when you're alone and you don't have anyone at home, or when you're doing something and you don't need to talk, go ahead and tape your mouth.
My family is going to love this exercise.
Most families do. So, so I love a lot of spouses come and tell me that their spouse loves this exercise more than they love the exercise, because they actually experience a little amount of silence at home. So I would actually encourage you to tape your mouth in the morning when you're awake, so you don't feel a struggle of any sort. And over time, when you feel that you can go maybe 15, 20 minutes only breathing through your nose while you've got your mouth taped, then that would be a great time to start or think about doing it at night. Now, I'll say a few things. If you suffer from sleep apnea, if this is something that you struggle with, or if you struggle with any sort of sleep disorder issue, or you use a machine, please do not do this. This is only for people who essentially do not have any issues with sleeping, or rather have no sleep apnea or any problems in their sleep. This is an exercise for them, okay? Another thing I will share is you might wake up in the morning and notice that the tape is not on your mouth. And then you might think, oh, this doesn't work on me. The tape is not good. Well, it's not the tape's fault. It's because your mouth is working overtime when you're sleeping, okay? So in those cases, and this happened with me as well, I actually had to go with a stronger tape. So I started with a 3 tape, realized that wasn't cutting it. I had to layer the tape on and actually do it in different directions so as to not allow it to fall off. And I hate to share this, but I actually had to use electrical tape at one point. So that's how bad my situation was. So the more I was able to keep my mouth closed at night, I was able to downgrade to a 3 tape, and now I barely use a very light tape and only one layer, and it stays on through the entire night, okay? So for the people who ask me, well, how long do I need to do this, Shereen? I've been doing this for the last 4 years, and I don't see any reason to stop. So unless I feel like there is a reason, and it could be because you would like to have a romantic night with your spouse and you would like not to have any tape on your mouth, that's definitely a reason to not have tape. But for the most part, if you are in a place where you can use the tape, please go ahead and do it. Okay? Well, thank you. Looking forward to your feedback.
All right. Thank you.